So far, we've seen how we can use the Metasploit framework that comes in pre-installed with Kali Linux. Today, I'd like to show you Metasploit Community. This is a web GUI that uses Metasploit, but it also has extra features other than just exploiting vulnerabilities. So it can be used to discover open ports, just like ZenMap, and installed services. But it doesn't stop at that. It also maps these ports and services to existing exploits in Metasploit and existing modules. So from within there, you can literally exploit a vulnerability straight away using Metasploit. Let me show you how to use it, and it'll become clearer what it can be used for. The tool is not included in Kali Linux, so you'll need to download it from the following link. You'll also need to put your email address because you'll need the product activation key, which they'll send to the email that you put when you download. Now, once you download this, so I have it now in my downloads. So I'm going to navigate to my downloads using the cd command to change the directory. Now, if I do ls to list the current files, you'll see that I have the installer downloaded here, Metasploit latest Linux. So the first thing I need to do is to change my permissions to an executable so that I can execute this file. So to change the permissions in Linux, you use the command chmod, and then I'll put the permissions that I want to set, which is executable, so it's +x, and I'm going to put the file name, which is Metasploit latest Linux. So chmod is the command that's used to change the permissions, +x is the permission that I want to set it to, which is executable, and then I put the file name. Gonna hit enter, and if I do an ls, you'll see that it's in green, which means that it's an executable. And to run any executable in Linux, all you have to do is type in a .forward and then you put the file name. So .forward file name will run this executable for me. Now I've already installed Metasploit on Metasploit community on my computer. So I'm just gonna run you through the steps and then I'm gonna cancel at the end. So the installation is very simple. It's you accept and then you go forward, you select where you want to install it. It's saying that the folder is not empty because I already have Metasploit there, so I'm just going to call it Metasploit 2 forward. It's asking you if you want to start Metasploit as a service every time that the machine starts. You can pick yes or no. I'm going to pick no, but you can set it to yes, and then the Metasploit GUI will be started automatically every time your computer starts. Forward. Then it's going to ask you for the SSL port, which will be used because the service runs as a web GUI. So you can set that to anything you want, but I'm going to leave it to this. Now it's telling me that it's used, so I'm just going to set it to something else. But for you keep it the same. And then it's asking us for the server name, and I'm going to keep it obviously to localhost because it's being installed on my localhost. Database server port, again, keep this the same, don't change it. For me, it's telling me that I shouldn't do that because I already installed it, as I said, so I'm going to change it, but you should keep it the same. And then the thin cluster port, again, keep this the same. These are all configurations for the program to run. You don't really need to mess with them. I'm only changing them because I've already installed the program and it won't let me go through the steps unless I change it. But for you, you should always keep them the same. So now it's saying it's ready to install. Once you press forward, it'll install it for you, and it'll ask you for a username and a password for the web interface. So set that as well, pick a username and a password, and the process will finish up smoothly. So I'm going to cancel this. Now once you finish your installer, you want to run the Metasploit service because it's going to be installed as a service, as a web server. So once you want to use Metasploit community, you'll have to run it using the command service. Same way you run any service in Linux. So you always say service, then you put the service name. So I'm going to put Metasploit. And then you type in start to start that service. Now it's failing for me because again, I've already started this, but if it wasn't started, it'll start it for you. And once the service has started, all you have to do is go to a browser. So I have a browser open here and navigate to HTTPS. Now make sure you put HTTPS, not HTTP. Localhost. And then you put the port that Metasploit runs on, which is 3790. So I'm going to hit enter. Now it's asking me to log in. So you log in using your username and a password and that you picked while you installed the program, and then you'll be able to use it. Now we'll talk about logging in and using the tool in the next video.